Hello again, this is PC Delta Link, back with more of our Enigmatica 2 Let's Play Normal Mode, and this is episode 63. Alright, we are over here in our nuclear craft room, and I have expanded this room quite a bit since we last left off. If you look, the wall used to be here, right behind these machines. The wall has moved back just a bit. I made room to have more reactors in here. So I haven't gotten around to moving this setup yet. That will happen pretty soon. And I also pushed the wall back a little bit by 3 more blocks. So, yeah, just allowing more room for bigger reactors in here. The height is the same, did not increase the height. I also have started digging out kind of a back area over here. What I think I'm going to do, and I should probably... I'll change that up later. But, stuff like... you know, all these machines here and whatnot, I'm probably going to move those into an area by themselves, like back here and whatnot, and let them process on their own. So I'm actually considering doing a whole separate AE network back here of just like our, well, I don't have much in here right now, but like just our fuel being over here so that it can like just do whatever while I'm working on other things, and it won't be in the way. It can just process in the background, no problem. But this would let all of these, you know, the uranium fuels, all the different other fuels we'll eventually get, that'll just let them be kind of in their own AE network, and it'll be much easier to access them. I need to see, though, I think I can find a way to actually keep them in their own network back here, but still link them to the other ones so that I can check them from the other system. But I'll have to play with that between episodes. Okay, and it's going to be a while before that setup back here is complete. I mean, yeah, it's just going to be a while. Okay, so the big project for today is I had said we had a slightly bigger and higher tier version of this reactor, and we are going to use that. So we're going to go ahead and grab out our fuel from here, because we're going to disassemble this reactor and make a bigger one. You can see we have gone through a pretty good amount of fuel, actually. So, and we'll end up getting more of this, but yeah, we have a pretty decent amount of depleted fuel ready to go for reprocessing later. But for now, we need to go ahead and disassemble this. Might just throw some of this in here. Actually, can I vein mine this? Yes, I can. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, that was super nice. Okay. Give me the door. Thank you. We're going to move this down to this side of the room as well. Sorry, we're going to make a bigger reactor that is a 4x4x4 interior. So let me... I need some inventory space, honestly. Let me throw some of these in here for the moment. Okay, another thing, we have taught our system some new recipes. Mainly so that I can get a lot of stuff crafted without having to leave this room. So like and without having to do extra work myself. So we taught it chests, hoppers, furnaces. We taught it some redstone, reception coil, tin gear, copper gear. We'll get into why we did that shortly. We taught it Inderium and Platinum because we're going to need that. And let's see, what else do we teach it? The fission controller, nuclear furnace, the coolers and reactor cells, all this stuff, and the fission reactor casing, all this stuff can now be crafted automatically in the system. I don't have to do it myself anymore. We have set up the speed and energy upgrades, because the nuclear craft machines had their own speed and energy upgrades here. So we do have those in our system ready to go as well. So let's see, did I teach you anything else? Inderium base, that's part of getting to Inderium. And we'll get into that once we are actually using that cooler, which that'll be in a little while. But for right now, we are going to need some more fission reactor casing, since, you know, we're building a bigger reactor. I'm going to start with 40. Alright, so that should Actually, that really should not take long to craft. It might already be done. Yeah, it is done. Okay, so we'll start with this, and we'll see what I can do. So, yeah, it's going to be a 4x4x4. So we'll actually end up starting it. That's really close. Give me just a second. Let me go get something. Okay, I went to go grab my scanner with the enemies module in it. What are we dealing with here? Alright, hang on. I kind of want to deal with this if it's this close to my nuclear craft room, mainly so they'll quit annoying me, and so I won't have to listen to that. Alright, let me scan one more time here. Ah, there we go. A little bit of a cave here, it looks like. Okay. Better. Let's scan around one more time. Alright, we're probably good now. We shouldn't have to hear any of that at this point. Okay. Must be a pretty decent-sized cave further in the distance. Alright. On with what we were working on, which is building that new reactor. Let me dump these drops in there. There we go. Okay, get our fission reactor casing back out. We can leave a scanner in here, too. We don't need that right now. Alright, so what I might do, because I really don't need to access this once we have it built, I might just put it into the wall. Because, yeah, I don't really need access to this side of it once it's built. And, yeah, I could actually sink it into the floor, too. That'd be fine, too. Okay. Yeah, let's do this and see how it is. Whoops. There we go. Alright, now this design that I'm going to be building today, I had a bit of help coming up with this from a guy named Schild, is what he called himself. He doesn't do a name very often on his videos, so I only caught it finally, but I'll link his videos in the description that I used for this, because he gave me decent places to start with for most of these reactors I'm going to be showing off for this. And he was playing a different mod pack. He was playing one called All the Mods 3, but the basic design of the reactors is the same. The numbers he was getting was different on terms of power generated and whatnot, but the heat gen and, you know, the fact that it worked at all, that was the same. So it's still perfectly valid to build them here. Once or twice I did have to do a slight modification on his stuff. Either it didn't quite work the way it did for him or something, but very minor tweaks, and still a heck of a lot quicker than me, like, going out and starting from scratch and trying to figure this out. Especially because I just don't have a lot of time to... Excuse me this moment. Sorry, I had to cough there. I just don't have a lot of time to, like, sit down and play with these big reactors to come up with their space. You know what? I don't like it sunk into the wall, but I'll pause while I move that, so give me just a couple minutes again. Okay, we're back here and we got done moving it out of the wall. I think that looks slightly better than with one part of it sunk into the wall. but I'm kind of okay with keeping it recessed into the floor. Alright, so we're going to start building this. We've already put our LEU-235 oxide in here. Oh, and I think I found out that it's not low energy uranium, it's low enriched uranium. I think that's what it stands for. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, so we're going to grab our reactor cells, some graphite. We're going to need some of the coolers. This build does not use tin coolers. We are going to need some Inderium coolers. So, Inderium, we really haven't covered that before. I don't believe so, anyway. So let me pull it up here, especially because our system's going to be crafted and I'm not going to be. Sorry, these are Inderium ingots from Thermal Foundation. This is pretty high tier metal. It's not used in a whole lot, but it's pretty high tier. It can be hard to get. So the Inderium ingots are made from Inderium base and a piece of sand, any kind of sand. The Inderium base is 4 ender pearls, 3 lead, and a platinum ingot. Platinum is pretty rare, and this gets you 4 Inderium base. Platinum is pretty rare. It's not a very common metal at all. It looks like this. Yeah, it's just pretty rare underground. Most of the ones that we have, if not almost all of them, came from our drillers, our drill machines. So we have a decent amount of platinum. In fact, let me look around in here. I'm sure we have more than I will ever need. Yeah, I have 6,000 platinum ore, basically. So, alright, first things first. We're going to need some Inderium coolers. So, I believe we need 2. Yeah, so let me get our crafting going here. We'll just make 20. That'll work. And then let's see what else we're going to need. We're going to need some... We're actually going to need a lot of coolers. And some reactor cells. Let me do a quick count here. Let me make 6 more of these. And then empty cooler, let me make like 20 of these. Okay. Let me dig this up here. Yeah, 25 empty coolers. Actually, I may as well just leave those in there. Because we'll be making, you know, the coolers in the AE system. Okay. What else did I just grab? No, I think we're good. Okay, so we need 2 Inderium coolers. Let's get 2 of these. There we go. Now, Inderium coolers are pretty high-level coolers. You can see they cool 140, but they must be adjacent to 3 reactor casings at exactly 1 vertex. Now, I don't necessarily understand the vertex quite as much, but the only place you're going to ever have 3 reactor casings next to you is in a corner. So, they had to be in the corners. So, let me get my reactor cell here, and we're going to need more graphite, too. Alright, reactor cell goes here, and here, and here. Graphite. We are out of graphite. Ah! We're stuck. There we go. Okay, graphite. I don't think I taught it how to make graphite moderators just because this stuff's pretty easy to make on my own if I need to. Alright, we'll grab 10 more. That should be enough. Then, let's see. We need glowstone coolers, which we don't have as many of those. That's an interesting design for that. Okay. Let me count how many I need here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Alright, if I'm glancing at it quick enough and correctly, we need 8 of these. And of course we'll need our lapis coolers. And we've already got those. Magnesium, we need a couple of these. So let me grab a couple more of those. Oh, we'll probably need more reactor cells too. Well, maybe not. We'll wait on reactor cells for now. Alright, toss me the graphite though. Okay, let me see what else is on the back here. Graphite. Let me get some of these in our hotbar so it'll be easier to deal with this. I don't need the hammer for right now. Alright, let's get magnesium. Glowstone. Okay. Alright, so that's it for the back section. I kind of like that the glowstone coolers provide light as well. It's kind of a nice little touch. Alright, next is the next section up. So let's see here. We'll put graphite. Graphite. Let's see. Here, alright. And then reactor cell, reactor cell. That's actually it for this section. So, alright, let me get glowstone, glowstone, magnesium. Oh, we're out of magnesium. Let me craft a few more of those. Alright. Got some lapis down here. And down here. Got a magnesium over here. And 2 glowstone here. What's glowstone's rule? Ah, 2 active moderator blocks. Okay. Okay, we're going to skip the next section up because that's my door to get out of here. Sorry, we'll build the front section next. So, okay, that's going to have a reactor cell in the corners. Actually, in all 4 corners. So, and let's see here. We need a graphite here. Glowstone. More graphite than I currently have on me. Actually, I'm probably going to need to just tell it to craft some of this. Tough Ally graphite. Graphite? Yeah, okay. Let's get graphite. Alright, this shouldn't take but a minute for this to... I'm going to give it a couple more seconds, but yeah, we should be good there. Okay. So let's see, for the front section, looks like we got graphite along the front like that. And we have one right here. We have a lapis block here. We had 2 magnesium and 2 glowstone. And we are now out of both of those. Oh, and we got it backwards too. See, I had this written down as if you're facing the front of this thing. So it's easy for me to screw that up. And yeah, actually I've got that backwards too up top. The graphite and the glowstone up top need to switch places. I just put it back in the same spot. There we go. Okay. We're gonna need a couple more of each of these. Let me count how many is in the front middle. Holy cow, a lot of these actually. 6 glowstone. 5 graphite. So we've got 5 lapis. Do I have any reactor cells in the middle? Yes, I do. And a couple more reactor cells. Okay. Yeah, we should be good now. Alright, so let's start on the left-hand side here. Gonna get graphite and a reactor cell. And then graphite. Where's our glowstone? Here we go. glowstone has a lot here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then in the corner down there, we're going to have lapis. Then graphite. All right, couple left. Graphite and glowstone. And then let me look here. We have a reactor cell. Graphite. I'm actually missing one graphite. Of course. Okay, graphite. Graphite and glowstone. Yep, there we go. So this is the design that I tested earlier to make sure it worked. So this design will provide 5,236 RF per tick with a heat gen of -31 heat per tick, and the fuel will last 5 minutes. So not quite double the power of the previous reactor, but still pretty good. And I kind of like the... Or actually, wait, let me look at the previous one. Oh, it's slightly more than double the power of the previous one. Woo, math. Yeah, the previous one was just under 2,500. So yeah, this is a little bit more than double. But of course, it's a bigger reactor. And the fuel consumption's up a little bit, down to 5 minutes instead of, I believe, 7 was the old one. Yeah, 7 minutes. So, not bad. So we'll go ahead and... Oh, that's the door. I need the lever for the reactor. Alright, so let's get this in here. There we go. And that could be building up power real quick. Okay, so while that's going on, we have a couple minutes left in this episode. So let me have some of this depleted fuel. And we are going to head back upstairs. Because I have a couple more machines laid out in here. We're not addressing all these this episode. Some of this is going to be for later on. So, alright, let me see which one I'm after here. Okay, this is the biggest one that we need to look at real quick. This is the fuel reprocessor. This extracts materials from your depleted fuels like we have here. So this is just 4 basic plating, a machine chassis, tough alloy, boron ingot, and then this linear actuator again, which is steel ingot, 2 ferroboron, copper, and a piston. Kind of a strange one. Alright, so we'll grab that fuel reprocessor. The decay hastener, this is used to convert some fuels down to different types of fuels. So we'll actually need this as well. The big thing we're going to be using it on is... Let me find it here. Yeah, here we go. This Neptunium-237 that we're going to be getting from processing our depleted fuel. This gets us tiny clumps of Uranium-233, which we will be using 233 oxide for our next reactor. So, alright, this decay hastener is for advanced plating, 2 ender pearls, glowstone dust, machine chassis, and our copper solenoid. So, alright, let's grab the decay hastener. And we'll take these down, back down to our room over here. Alright, for now, until I get a more permanent setup, these are just gonna go, like, yeah, just wherever. Alright, so fuel reprocessor. Let's go ahead and do a few of these so you guys can see how this goes. Oh, it literally can only hold 1. I am gonna have to do something different here, then. Okay, let me get a chest. And then let me grab that chest I just created. There we go. And honestly, I could probably stand to upgrade this to gold. And then I need some item conduit. I really just need 1. Okay, conduit. Give me the conduit, please. There we go. And the chest. Okay. Set this to insert. This to extract with always active. Okay, there we go. Can honestly use a speed upgrade on the extract, but that's okay. It is what it is. We probably won't be processing too much of this stuff at once. Because, yeah, this is going to be keeping us quite busy as it is. Kind of glad I didn't put in all that right now. Alright, so this is going to eventually be getting us the Neptunium-237 Oxide, which we'll have that in just a moment. So where's our decay hastener? Let's get on this. We'll just throw this here for now. Sure. Yeah, I'm definitely got to move this stuff between episodes at some point. Okay, now I'd said we were going to use 235 oxide, or 233 oxide. So yeah, this is the fuel we're going to be making next, the uranium-233 oxide. So this is uranium-238, and then before we had the 235, but now we have uranium-233 from our Neptunium that we're going to be getting it from. Yeah, right here. So, alright, how's this doing? Oh, good, it's gone. Alright, I'm just going to chuck the rest of this in here, even though that's going to take that forever to get through that. I'm just going to grab this tiny clumps of uranium-237, right? 237? Yeah. We're going to throw this in the decay hastener. Now, something that I should note is, you know, you get 9 tiny clumps eventually from doing this, which, of course, you can combine out into your uranium-233 oxide. You can also, of course, combine this stuff, your Neptunium-237 oxide, and you could also just throw this chunk in here. It doesn't matter. Either way, it'll get you the fuel you need. So I'll probably just throw these in here like this, because that just skips a crafting step. And it processes pretty dang quick, so that's not a big deal. Okay, let's see how many of this we got right here. Yeah, 7. Okay. Got 25 of that left. Yeah, see, we've already got new fuel. Using the fuel quicker can be good, because, again, you want the products from breaking this fuel down. So, really, the quicker you get this broken down, the better. So, but you also don't want to have an infinite supply of uranium handy. We have a pretty good amount, of course, with our drills, but obviously that won't always be the case in every world that has this kind of thing going on. So yeah, next episode we will focus on getting the 233 Oxide reactor up and running. That's going to be our next project. That's going to go probably right about here. I'll probably end up having to move some of this stuff. But that's probably going to be it for now. Sorry, I feel like I'm kind of stumbling through some of this content. But, yeah, I'm still pretty inexperienced at this. And, like I said, at the moment, the way I'm just kind of busy in real life right now with stuff, with work and whatnot. So, I just don't have a lot of time to sit and figure out a reactor this big all on my own, all the different stuff. So finding that Schild videos that Schild made was just really helpful on getting some of these designs in a functional manner quickly. So we'll be using his tutorials for building most of our reactors and tweaking them as needed, since, like I said, they don't always translate over perfectly, but they're close enough it's not too difficult for me to fix it. So, alright, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode. So, I'll keep working on this in between and hopefully get some of this cleaned up. So, yep, that'll be it. Have a great day.